Good afternoon, ma'am. I am about to start my speech entitled Life Cycle. Life is a cycle in which we started as an embryo, to an infant, to a child, to a teenager, to an adult, to a senior, and until the last period of the cycle, which is death. Sometimes some of us didn't complete this cycle. There are instances that others just ended their life in the early stages of life. But on the other hand, there are people who lived long life, longer than what we think. It's about how we took care of ourselves and how we treat our life. You only lived once. We all started as an embryo inside our mother's uterus and developed there as a fetus. Stayed there for almost 9 months with lots of care from our mother and father. Before we go out to this world, our parents busy buying the things we need. When the time we go out, there is a celebration called baby shower, in which our parents will reveal our gender to our other family members or to their friends. When the time comes for us to go out from our mother's womb, that is the start of our milestone as an infant, on where our parents took us lots of care because we have a fragile body. This is the period on where we can't even talk and walk. But with the help of our parents, we are always clean and protected. Sometimes they have an argument about where did you inherit that kind of appearance? Our father will say that, look at those eyes. It looks like mine. And obviously, our mother will disagree and will say that, no, those are mine. And that is the start of a long argument about where did we inherit that kind of appearance or attitude. When we reach 5 to 12 years of age, it is the period we call childhood, on where we are very sensitive to our emotion. We don't think whether the things we do are good or bad. It is the time when we are just starting to learn something. It is the period on where we are starting to go to school with tears in our eyes because we don't want to go there. Some of us are hugging their parents while crying because they don't want to enter school. And what they want is to play with their friends at home. And this is the period on where if we want something, we will or we won't stop crying to our parents just for them to buy it for us. It is also the period on where we have what we call childhood friend, and we'll treat them as our siblings or as a part of the family. When we reach 13 to 19 years of age, it is a period of mixed emotion. Here, we experience heartaches, stress, excitements, um, breakdowns, adventures, anxieties, and worst of all, depression. Teenage is the most crucial period emotionally, physically, and mentally. And it's even on our attitude. Sometimes we also have an argument with our parents. Mm, we become a hard-headed and our want must be done. Even our parents doesn't want us to do those. Teenage life is the most exciting and stressful stage. But being an adult is more stressful. We all know that. Being a teenager, we are adventurous. We like to do things that are very different from what we are usually doing in life. This period, we are in the high school life, on where so others say that it is the most exciting stage of being an student. In this period, we experience being pressured by schoolworks and being motivated by our second parents, which are our teachers. It is also the period on where we will be met someone who will promise us all of the things in this world. They will comfort us. They will make us feel that we are the most important person in their life. But the truth is, we are just one of those people that they make them feel that they are the most important person in their life. In this period, we experience lots of problems because we are very vulnerable about different types of problems. As life goes along and when we feel that life is getting harder and harder, maybe that is the period of being an adult. Being an adult is very different from what we are when we were in teenage life. Because here our goal is not to finish a study. It is much higher goals. In this phase, we will build our own family. We will go to work to make profit for our family, and we will support also the needs of our parents because they're getting older and older and their body is not that strong to work for themselves. It is much stressful than we were in high school and college because here it is more about how we can survive our living and how we can support the needs of our family, especially the needs of our children. When we were at school, our teachers sometimes discipline us. But now, as an adult, our boss at work will get angry and sometimes will shout on us. Being an adult is not easy. We will do whatever we can do just to support those people who depends on us. We will sacrifice even the food we have just to feed them. That is how hard being an adult or being an independent person. Before, we depend on our parents. Now, aside from our own family, they are also the one who will depend on us as time goes by. When we reach 60 and older, it is the period we call senior life. In this phase, we have our grandchildren. Our sons and daughters have their own family also, and maybe have their own way to live. In short, they have their own life. In this phase, we're just watching television, cleaning the yard in the morning and in afternoon, cooking food for ourselves and for our parents if they're still alive. It's just like we are living alone. Our kids have their own houses and they will visit us if there's a family gatherings or on Christmas. But on a regular day, it's just us and our partners. In this phase, we're just sitting on a rocking chair, reminiscing the old days when we were just a young child, playing outside, when we were just a student back in high school. In this phase, our grandchildren will ask us, "How's life back then, Grandpa?" And we will tell a long story just to tell them how precious life is. Years goes by and we were getting older and older and our body is not that strong to work by ourselves. We will sit on a wheelchair just to walk from one place to another. We need help when we want to get up from the bed. We are become moody and easy to get angry. Sometimes we will pee on the bed because we cannot go to the comfort room to do it. It is just like we were acting like an infant again. We wear adult diapers. We cannot clean ourselves without the help of others. In this time, we were just lying on our bed, waiting for the time of our death. When we are praying to God for the success of our child, our sons, our daughters, or our family. In this period, when God calls us, maybe that is the time of our death. I'm about to end my speech, so please listen carefully. Life is too short. Do the things that makes you happy. Make yourself a better one. Be a better version of you. If you are in a bad situation, make a way for you to have a better one. It's just like be yourself and remember that we only lived once. That is the end of my speech. Thank you and God bless everyone.